I am J.W. Holmes. I'm the writer and publisher of the new sci-fi series, comic book series, The Nordic, which will be making its big debut here this summer. Had a meeting with my partner and artist, Mark Brayer, earlier this week to let him know what kind of things have been going on over the past weekend. We try to meet, I think, about once a week and just kind of bring everything together, stay on track with one another. Me handling the business side and the writing portion of the Nordic. He's handling the big load, which is the artwork for the Nordic. So he's got a lot on his plate. I've got a lot on my plate. And the Nordic is going great right now. We've got about 100 stores throughout the country, a little over 100 stores willing to distribute the Nordic. And that is a pretty good number from the other publishers I've been talking to. Artists and other writers. Been getting a lot of feedback from them on the Nordic. It's all pluses across the board. And anyway, just doing this podcast kind of let you guys stay up to mark with where we're at in the development of the Nordic. Right now we're doing the first issue, and that'll be coming out probably around August, I'm thinking. It'll happen this summer. But like any great venture, the Nordic is something that's happening. It's going to happen on a very big scale, and projects like that just don't happen overnight, so it does take some time. It's been in development really for the comic book series since last November, and before that it was a book, before that it was a script, and it's been pitched to television. It's been published already, and of course, like I said in my last podcast, I withdrew the book because that'll be coming out actually after the first few issues of the comic book. We talked about it this week, and there's just too much in the book that would give away things in the comic book series. And obviously, one of the perks to getting the actual paperback or the ebook of the Nordic is there's a lot more details in the book that you're not going to see in the comic book for obvious reasons. I mean, it's the same with any comic book series. There's more details in the book form. But anyway, we've been doing a lot on the business end for the Nordic, and starting to find out, doing a comic book is a lot like producing. And me being a former producer, I'm looking at it just like I'm doing a television show or a movie or something like that. So the only difference is that it's on paper, but you still have to. Mark's kind of the director. He's getting the shots lined up. I get all the business and all the script and all that taken care of. It's an enormous amount of work, but it's very gratifying, especially if you guys enjoy it. It's more gratifying for us. We will be going out to a lot of the trade shows, a lot of the conventions here this year. Probably start doing that probably after July or in July. You'll be able to meet us out there. We'll be touring a little bit, building up hype for the Nordic. Like I said, it's going to come out in a very large way. So for all those who are supporting us on Facebook, boy, I tell you, we sure appreciate that. And follow us on Twitter. The webpage is being developed now. Mark is actually developing the posters for the Nordic, and those will be going up in stores throughout the country here pretty soon. It'll be a gradual campaign that'll take pretty much probably about 1 to 2 months, depending on how fast we can get those out. Of course, there will also be collectible items, folks can get for the Nordic. And when that first issue comes out, I'm sure that, I'm sure you'll appreciate all the hard work we've been doing this year to get this off the ground. So what are we doing right now in detail? Well, we're looking at pricing for the Nordic. We're looking at printers for the Nordic, and trying to find cost-effective ways. Who's going to be best at lowering the price on the printing end so that the markup isn't going to be so high for you guys. We're also looking at character development for some of the characters. We're looking at marketing. We're also looking at we're going to be looking at some fundraising this summer for the Nordic, and that'll probably be happening here on Kickstarter. So let you guys know, and we'll let you know when that kicks off, so you can visit the page and see what you can do to help us out. Sure appreciate anything you guys can do. And then also on Facebook or Twitter, if you want to comment on some of the artwork or some of the development of the Nordic, or if you want to, just ask Mark or I questions, that's fine. Go ahead. We appreciate your feedback and your questions. Of course, you can visit us at our respective sites. Mark's got his site, and I've got mine, and I'll have links to those. There should be links on the Facebook page, and also, of course, this podcast will be on YouTube as well, so you'll be able to get a hold of us that way. The thing about doing a comic book, and I'm just going to insert this into this podcast before I get off here, is it's a very fulfilling project. It's something that we never really thought that we'd be doing. You have a lot of people, I'd say about 90%, 85% of the comic books out there never get off the ground, and if they do get off the ground, you see an issue or two and they're done. And the Nordic is already slated, to go for about at least a year right now. And any comic that lasts that long is probably going to, continue on long term after that. The chances are much better. We've definitely got the kind of reader support so far and the distribution support to make that happen. And I think it's just because Mark and I have been doing what we do for so long. I've been writing for about 20 years. He's been doing art for about 20 years. We both know way too much about what we want in this comic book series, and also how other comics have failed, how others have succeeded. So it's exciting. It's very exciting to be a part of this and to have this opportunity to present this kind of work to the readers out there. So anyway, appreciate everything that you guys have done and appreciate your support. And please join us on Facebook and Twitter, and also visit the website when that comes out. We'll be announcing that on Facebook. So make sure you stay tuned on that. Again, we just welcome feedback from you guys and questions and whatever. We like interacting with you guys. Best to you.